Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We are back again to talk about Spies, Lies, and Allies, the Challenge 37. So when the episode starts, we're coming back from the elimination. So we had our first vet go home, which was Amber B. And also,
Is she really a vet though?
She is a vet. Amber B went home and Jeremiah. And so Corey and Bettina are back at the house, and Corey is gonna remember all the people who wronged him, including Kyle and all these vets who he thought would have his back, and they did not. They threw him in. I want to root for Corey, and I probably will one day in the future, but like all the stuff that happened to him this season, like all his things that he perceived as wrongdoings against him, he brought that on himself, really. He was too blatant about his plans, too blatant about his alliances, especially when he's supposed to be in a different alliance. Like, it's okay to be blatant about your alliance, example, Big Brother, if that is your main alliance. But your main alliance right now is supposed to be this vet alliance, but you're letting it be known that you're with the rookies. So he just kind of screwed up his own game right there, in my eyes. Like, because he kind of told everybody and made it obvious that he was working with them so much.
I don't think he was with the rookies. It was just more so he was with the vets. And once the vet war started, it was like, what's the point of us working together? Honestly.
Okay, yes. Keep that in the back of your head though. You don't have to tell everybody. Like, yeah, it's on the podcast. I'm coming for you. Like, no, you don't have to tell nobody.
Knows how this game is played. Like
everybody knows, but you don't say it. It's like politics and stuff. I just think he is not stealthy at all.
I think he played the game good. It's just that people needed someone to target. He said the wrong thing.
But don't give him a reason. That's the point. Don't give them any reason.
Literally, the only reason they started targeting Corey was because when he was talking to Tori and Josh, he was like, the vet war is over now. Let the games begin. And literally, that was the only reason.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have said it. Because like nobody this whole season was talking about Corey as far as like an option, but he gave them like an end to put him on the chopping block. Like they ain't even been talking about Big T like they were before, because now we got Corey as the traitor, the clear traitor. So I don't know.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. So when we get to the daily challenge, this week, which is called Diamond Dash, we learned that it is going to be an individual game going forward. That is what TJ tells them. And then he explains the rules of the game. So first, what they have to do is, this is going to be a mess because it was just so much. Literally, the majority of the episode, I feel like, was this daily challenge. Like, it was a very long challenge. It was 2 parts, and it was like at least 30 minutes. So, like, seriously.
So basically they had to race to collect a sledgehammer from a pile of rocks, which was stupid because like who got time for that? But then after they grabbed their sledgehammer, the sledgehammer made sense in the long like the
and the sledgehammer was in, I guess it was under stuff because like Bettina and Big T had a hard time finding it.
So once they get their sledgehammer, they had to, there was 3 different stations with 3 different mini assignments they had to do.
Nelson's the first to get his box through and climb over the wall, and he makes it to, he has to run a little ways, and he makes it to a section where there's 3 platforms. One is red, one is, they're calling it, one was ruby, one was sapphire, and one was emerald. So one was red, blue, and green. And so he just has to go out on a limb and place his diamond in a certain spot. They don't know what it means. So Nelson places his diamond in the sapphire. And then after him, Corey comes up. Corey places his diamond in the ruby, because they decided to split up so that if they're doing teams, that they are on different teams and will be able to spread their influence. Because like if they were on a team together, then they only have then they are only speaking for that one team. But if they are separate, then they are speaking for 2 teams, and they can probably save each other if one team wins and the other one doesn't, whatever. So I think it is a good plan. I think it is if one of them win, but if neither wins, then it doesn't really matter. But that does increase their odds. So then everybody else starts pouring in. These are all the teams to like once everybody came, these are the final teams.
So for Sapphire, we have Amanda, Ashley, Bettina, CT, Ed, and Nelson. For Ruby, we have Big T, Corey, Emmy, Kyle, Logan, and Priscilla. And then for I said Ruby, right? So Emerald, we have Devin, Emmanuel, Casey, Nani, Josh, and Tori.
Okay.
And Devin.
Yeah. So I mean, it is, even though they're on different teams, it's the same as when they're in the house because Emerald is really Big Brother plus Devin. Sapphire is, I mean, Sapphire is I think the best mix of people.
Yeah.
And then Ruby is really rookie team, and Corey, which those are his people. So yeah, so like literally these are the alliances actually. So once they get started, once they are all on their teams, TJ tells them for the rest of, at least for, we don't know what will happen next week. We don't know how it'll change next week, but for this competition, they will be competing in these teams.
So basically what they had to do was once they get in their cells, they must take their sledgehammer, break cinder blocks, and place it on this structure. And basically it's a weighting scale. So they had to lower one side, they had to put all the debris and rubble into one, and then that will release the diamond. So once it's weighted down, basically the diamond will lift up.
Emerald team did really well because of Devin's idea. He had the idea to put the big pieces on top so that it weighs it down so that they can all throw their rubble in, because the way that it was implied that it should go is that one person, because it was like a platform, only one person could get up anyways, one person would hand the rubble to, I'm sorry, people would hand the rubble to one person, they'll put it in there. But if you weigh it down, then we all can just throw it in there. That's what Devin came up with. And it helped, I'm sorry, and it helped them to win the challenge pretty easily. So Emerald, as a team, is the agency now. So the way that the chamber will work now is that the agency gets to pick from, like, the agency are the people who are voting for the house vote. The house vote is the agency's vote. So when they get to the chamber, everybody can make their case, and they're speaking directly to the agency. So Priscilla goes, she gives really good points, but sound reasoning doesn't really matter in the challenge because people generally already have their minds made up. She tells them she already went in. Somebody who hasn't gone in should go in. She's a rookie. She's like, there's not vets in here, but like there's champions in here. She's just like, she just went in. Don't send her. Like, why would you send somebody who hasn't gone? So Priscilla does create a good list of reasons why she shouldn't go in, but in the end, they already knew who they were really picking before they walked in there. Devin says they didn't know, but and that's just the way it goes. And they picked Priscilla to go down to the to go down for elimination. Oh, another thing to mention about deliberation. I've always liked Kyle. I think he's generally
It's not doing him any justice.
You said what?
This season is not doing Kyle.
Yeah, I think Kyle is generally funny, but this season it's just too much. Like, I just think it's doing stuff where it don't need to do. Like, why do the extra class clown things? Like, just be regular, and if you're funny, it'll happen. But they have him like doing these bits and just trying to go against the team, and it's like, Kyle, calm down. Just the stupid thing about he want to join the Emerald team, and that's not the way it's going to work. And that's not the way it's going to work. So why even do this extra? And you're making enemies where you don't have to make enemies. Him and Corey were never enemies, but now it's clear that you are my enemy. I'm like, Kyle, why? Like, he was always a snake, but he was like a lovable snake. You can't help but like Kyle. But now I actually don't know if I like Kyle anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, Kyle this season definitely been playing like a weird game. I don't know, but definitely after this, like the deliberation again, everybody, like everybody was wearing, besides Emmy, she had on black, but even then it's like, okay, whatever. But still, everybody wearing their team colors or whatever, which was cute. But Kyle wearing green is like Corey said, is like we already like the
Yeah,
underdogs, and you're not even showing camaraderie. Like you
yeah,
want
like
us to lose, like
he does. He wants them to lose. It's clear. So then, when I have a chance, when I have the opportunity, I'm gonna snake you. I'm gonna snake you, Kyle. And it's not even gonna be snaking because you wasn't ever really a part of this team. So when they get to elimination, again, we don't necessarily know how everything is working because it's a new section of the game. TJ has not explained all the rules. So we know that Priscilla is the agency vote, so she comes on down, and TJ tells them that the choice for who is going to be her opponent is up to Priscilla. So from now on, the choice about who is going down to elimination is up to the person you voted in. And they can pick from anybody that's not in the agency, so the other two teams. And Priscilla decides to pick Ashley. Wouldn't have been my choice, but she decided to pick Ashley. And I understand it because Priscilla is a boss. I love Priscilla. She's a boss. So I knew she would pick a vet, but I was hoping she would pick somebody else, but she picked Ashley. And her Ashley kind of had beef from 2 episodes ago, so it makes sense. TJ explains the rules to them, and I just think this episode, the challenge and the elimination were good. They were different. We ain't seen it yet. It wasn't too much explosions and bombs and just unnecessary things, you know what I mean? So I just really appreciate it. So therefore the elimination tonight, they had to dig in the sand for 8 tires, and once they find each tire, they have to place it on a pole that is in the ground. Once they collect all 8 tires, they have to go behind like a platform screen, and colors will light up, and it's like I guess it was kind of spy theme as well. I guess it was a decoder, I don't know, but it had different lights on it, and it would tell them the order that the tires need to be stacked in. So when they started, I think it was pretty much even. Ashley got a tire, Priscilla got a tire, Ashley got a tire, Priscilla got a tire. But once they got about to tire number 3, Priscilla was having a hard time finding her. She was getting winded because she was using her legs, and Ashley was finding her tires pretty quickly because she was like using her whole body to move the sand around and moving it away. So Ashley got to 8 tires right when Priscilla got to, I don't know, I think she only had like 3, right?
No, she got her 8 when Priscilla had about 6 or 7. So like
No. Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn she had about 3 or 4. Okay.
They stopped counting it, but like Priscilla was still moving as Ashley was like the way they showed it, yeah, Priscilla was still able to catch up. It's just she had like a tire or 2 left before she would have been able to like do the decoding. But even then, the decoding I feel like was cheating. It needed to be either slower or faster. It just needed to be something
The
else.
decoder was super easy. I felt like she was, she was saying it out loud to remember to herself: red, blue, yellow, purple, let's say.
Back to it too.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be like with Logan and Gabo where they have to like go up something and then come back down. It just needed to be another aspect to it because like I said, it either needs to be faster or like coming from different like areas, like a freaking strobe light or something. Like it just needed something more because like literally, yeah. Once like I understand, once you get your, I just feel like it should have been more ups and downs, like the last challenge. That was anybody's game. It was nail biting. Nobody, you couldn't tell who was gonna win it. Like this person, it just needed to be more of that. It needs to be more. I need people to break their back almost. Like I need people to like gas out and be like, I need to catch my second wind or something. I just need more.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because literally once she had it and when she was standing, I was like, is that it? Like, is that all? Because she just said the colors. And then once it seemed like, I don't know, was she having a hard time to remembering it? But whatever, she said it out loud. And then all the vets in the on the stands started repeating them to help her out. And I did like that moment because usually everybody's always rooting against Ashley. I liked it. And I understand, like they always rooting against her in every season. I'd be like, why they hate her like this? So this is I understood when she said this is the first time she's like had them like people cheering for her besides Amanda, obviously. And so I like that. Ashley completes the challenge while Priscilla is still digging in the sand for the tires. So Priscilla is going home. I think she made a really good impact on the show. I definitely think she will be back. TJ specifically said, I am sure we will see you. And I was like, we better see her. So I'm sure Priscilla will be back for the next challenge or the challenge after that. I'm sure we'll see her soon. So once Priscilla leaves, Ashley is there, so they don't know how it works as well. So this is the first time we're gonna see it. So TJ tells her now they are doing like a War of the Worlds type of situation. Yeah. So Ashley gets to decide if she wants to infiltrate or go back to her team. So she can choose to swap with someone on the Ruby team, swap with somebody on the Emerald team, or go back to the Sapphire team. And it doesn't matter if the team was on the agency, she can swap. And I love it. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think it's a good twist and it throws it off, and I like it. I like it a lot. So she decides to go back to the Sapphire team because she's working with Amanda. I do think she should have infiltrated the Emerald team because even though she's working with Amanda, you can still work with her and be on the Emerald team. And now y'all on two separate teams. I think it would have been way better for both of them.
You should never have you and your number one should never be on the same team together.
Yeah, because y'all can't save each other. That is the end of the episode. I'm very excited for next week to see how these rules are going to play out. I do want somebody to switch so I can, just so we can see how it works. But generally, like when the people that I think will be pretty safe on their team is like CT, Casey, because people are switching to get on those teams. People are not going to switch with them. I'm going on CT's team because I want to work with CT. I'm going on Casey's team because I want to work with KC. So I'm going to switch out people that I don't want on my team with me. Thank you guys for watching our review. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll see you on our next video. Peace.